Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back. My name is Anna Lugo, and I am the owner of Pure Tea Love and Pure CBD Love. And I want to welcome you to our TV show today, where we have a tea for that, Positivity. And we also have a special guest. I'm so excited to introduce to you the artist behind our labels here at Pure Tea Love and Pure CBD Love, Adri Reynoso from Adri's World. Welcome, Adri. Thank you so much
Hi.
for joining us
Hello.
today.
Thank you for
Hi.
having me. So excited.
I am so excited to have you here. You know, we actually go back about 13 years when we went through leadership together. And we had a third weekend where we got to be buddies and we got to get close and become friends. And I'm so thankful that, you know, we met each other, and you're an artist out of New York. And I remember you talking about your aspirations and dreams to be an artist over there, and you made that happen. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you've been able to be the mastermind behind our labels here at Pure CBD Love and Pure Tea Love. And I just want to cheers to you. A little sip of coffee here, because of course we have a tea for that, right?
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. So thanks again for being on our show today. I am excited to have you as my very first guest on We Have a Tea for That. Of course, as I mentioned, you are the mastermind and the artist behind what I had envisioned for our labels to look like. So you were, of course, given what I had envisioned, and you created these labels and brought my vision to fruition. and there's and there's a lot of inspiration behind it. And so I'm you know, of course, this is a TV show for women inspiring women, and you have always inspired me. So again, thank you for being on my show. Thank you for the inspiration that you put behind my teas, as far as, you know, the creativity, the tranquility, the possibilities. Gosh, there's so many opportunities and curiosity. You know, we're going to have topics on all of these teas, of course. You know, we cannot not have it. So I look forward to talking about, you know, integrity and loyalty and responsibility and all the other teas that go along with it. But again, you were able to, you know, take your creativity and your artistry to create for me some pretty amazing labels. And as a result of that, one of the mugs that you drew for me basically said, we have a tea for that. And it was really just a little cup that basically said, party with me. And on the spoon itself, it said, we have a tea for that. And that became our slogan. And so thank you for creating that for me, because now we have a show that's exactly that. We have a tea for that, right?
Yeah.
And so I appreciate your professionalism. I appreciate your artistry. I know you come from a family of artists. Your sister's an artist, and your parents, and so you have that gene to be able to take somebody's thoughts and put it into what I can say is a pretty. There's not a lot of people can do that, right? And again, you are the mastermind behind creating all of these labels. But to not just talk about my journey on, you know, what we've been able to create together, but I wanted you to share your journey, because I know that you used to live in Las Vegas, and you uprooted from Vegas to go to to New York and follow your dream. So can you share a little bit about that? Because I've been able to witness what you've been able to accomplish over these last 13 years that I've known you. And I'm so proud of what you've done and what you continue to do. You are not the only entrepreneur in your family, but you also are married to an entrepreneur. So maybe at some point we can have your husband on our show as well. But let's talk
Yeah.
about a little bit about your journey, leaving Las Vegas and going to New York and following your dream.
So leaving Las Vegas, like the movie, right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I lived in Vegas for approximately, I think, 15 years. So it was a very long time. But during that time, I was doing real estate and other things that were just like income inclined. But deep down in my soul, I've always been an artist. It's something that's been my dream, my passion. So I wanted to, work on that. I decided to enroll in art school, leave all my other career behind, enrolled in art school, and pursue my dream of eventually moving to New York and become an artist there. So the good thing is that I ended up meeting my husband, Brian, and as you said, he's a photographer. So together we made that dream come true. We just sold everything we had basically and started from scratch in New York City, and we created our life there. And that was almost 10 years ago at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it's been a really amazing journey. It's making your dreams come true is exciting, but at the same time, you have to be willing to, go through all those obstacles and just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Because sometimes you might not see, the light at the end of the tunnel, but if your vision is clear, just keep on going. You will
Clear
eventually. Yeah,
intention. Yes, we learned that in leadership, having clear intention, right? And every single
exactly.
day, dream, declare, deliver.
Yep.
And so you've been able to create your dreams and bring them to reality, kind of like what you did with my mugs. You brought it to fruition. And so I'm so proud of you. You started with the Pop Studios, which is the photography company, and
Yeah.
then branched off and created Adri's World, where you are a fashion designer. And
Fashion
you want to
illustrator.
talk a little bit about that and what
Yeah.
you've been able to do for some of the luxury designers out there?
Yeah, I'm actually a fashion illustrator. So I'm an artist and illustrator, but I my emphasis is in the fashion industry. So I've been lucky to be part of a community of artists where I can work with luxury brands, and I've actually traveled to do some live events, and been part of that world of fashion, which is also another one of my passions. So I'm just really excited right now because there's a lot of projects going on, a lot of things going on, and I don't know. I'm just really happy to be living my dreams, and always dreaming for more. I believe that there is no limit to dreams. I believe that you have to be, consistently dreaming. One thing my dad always taught us is, life will never get boring if you always have a project. If there's something
Oh,
going on,
I love
yeah.
that.
So to this day, he's a person that just keeps on going. So that inspires me every day. And I always remember that, always have a project, and I always do. So, and I know
Well,
you do too. You're
as a
inspiring
previous
to me.
project manager, I can surely appreciate that because I
There you
look at things as being a project. I didn't think about life projects though, but you're right.
go. Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
in life is a project, right?
Yeah.
And wow, wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. I'm excited. Like I said, to for you to share your story and your journey. And I know I've seen when, 13 years ago you were talking about it and then you actually made it happen. And like you said, it's a clear intention and having clarity and knowing that, when we put our minds to accomplishing our goals, we can actually make them happen. Okay, so then so I know when we went through our leadership course, one of the exercises that we had went through was we were talking about what do you want? What do you want? What is it that you want? And it's so funny because when we go through that exercise, we think that there's things that we want that are materialistic, and it's not
Right.
really materialistic when it comes down to it. It's more having peace and tranquility and all of these things that are on my tea mugs. All of the tying it back to having prosperity and tranquility and loyalty and those things surrounding your life, rather than having the materialistic things, right? Because these
Yeah.
things fulfill our hearts more. But as we were going through that course and peeling the onion and getting to the core of what do we want, right? I remember visiting you in New York, and in your on your refrigerator or in your kitchen, you had a saying there that we learned in leadership, and that was, "We get to have it all." And we do. We get to have it all, and it's what we actually how we live our life and what the goals that we set for ourselves, and setting the bar and helping other women to succeed in doing what they're doing. Again, this show is all about promoting women and inspiring women, encouraging women and other women. And so I'm all about that, of course, promoting you as a woman professional, as a friend. Again, thank you for being the mastermind behind my labels. I could not have had my slogan without you. So I appreciate you, and I raise my glass to you again. Thanks. But could you talk a little bit about more on what you're doing with your company, and some of the projects that you might be working on? You said your dad said the best thing to work on is projects. What is your next project that you have coming down the pipe?
Well, I can't talk about who I'm doing it for, but I'm actually working on another paper art, project, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, there's that. And then I'm also always consistently drawing. One thing I do every day is I draw for myself, just for me. And then I also draw for, like, I have commissions going on, and I also have like commercial clients. So I when I say projects, I'm not only talking about work projects, I also talk about personal projects, which I think that's what fulfills you. Because what I learned is that life doesn't end when your career stops, when you retire, So
That's for sure.
I don't want to not look forward to retiring and not having anything to do and just like, okay, I feel like what I'm doing now is something that fulfills me every day. So I try to do things that fulfill me, not just for monetary reasons. So the projects I'm working on are monetary, but also just personal things that I'm doing. So it just keeps me excited. It keeps me on my toes, and it keeps me looking forward. And it actually opens my mind to a lot of creativity. I love working with people, so I like doing things, in person also. That's where the live events come in, and that's something that makes me happy. I like my alone time, but I also love to be a social person and interact with people and, draw them live or
I've
create
seen
things.
some of your drawings and some of your illustrations that you've done, and just I've seen on your Instagram where you're taking whatever it is from just a white piece of paper into this beautiful drawing of a person, I'm amazed at your
Thank
work.
you.
So it's
Thank you
very,
so much.
very nice. I'm impressed by it. I'm inspired by it. I'm encouraged by it. And like I said, I'm thrilled to have you here today, Adri. So um, in closing, I just wanted to see if there's anything else you want to share. Maybe your website, maybe your contact information, if anybody's interested in possibly looking at getting some labels created for their own purpose.
Sure.
Are you open to doing that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a professional graphic designer, but I'm currently working on I'm an illustrator mostly, and I do like to work with personal clients as well. And I've also done, personal commissions for people, just like their personal drawings for themselves. You can find me if you want to look for me on Instagram is where I interact mostly. My handle is Adri, ADRIS_world. So it's Adri's world. And yeah, that's mostly where I have everything. And then from there on, you can find I have the links for my website and everything on there. So, but Anna, thank you
Wonderful.
so much for having me.
Oh, thank you.
I
Yes,
I'm very inspired by you. I look at you and you're like a person that consistently has something new going on and is always, you know, like having these amazing ideas and just like, bam, you are fast. You make things happen. You're not a person that just stops and thinks about it and plans it. You know, you plan your things, but you are a fast thinker and a fast doer. And that's really admirable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for creating what you've done for me. I look forward to collaborating with you more in the future. You know, we have a CBD business too, not just a tea business. So I'm looking forward to having you create some more labels for our CBD side of the house. So I'm again, you know, inspired by you, Adri, and I look forward to having, you know, like I said, your husband come on, and he's an entrepreneur too. You're not the only entrepreneur in the house, right? So
Yeah.
we get to share his story and his journey as well. So thanks again for being here. I hope you have a blessed day.
Thank
Everybody,
you.
I hope that we've shared with you how we came to having our slogan. We have a tea for that. And again, thank you for joining. We hope you come back and see us next time. In the meantime, I hope that I have inspired you, because my goal is always to, if I can inspire one person a day, I've accomplished my goal. So have a blessed day, everyone, and stay tuned for more to come. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.